How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Back at it again. The BCS Early Odd Show NBA Player Prop Edition. We are off and rolling. Tuesday, February 13th, guys. Got a little slate for you guys today. Little scary right now, right? We're about to break before this All-Star, right? The All-Star break and everything. So kind of scary right now with some of these player props, scary with games. These teams getting blown out. A lot of guys like to rest it up before All-Star break. So we're trying to get you the best picks possible. But some things happen sometimes, but nonetheless, we're going to bring some heaters to you guys today. Sachman, how are we feeling?
Feeling all right. Transparency is always key in, this space. We had a bad night last night.
Right.
So we just got to bounce back for sure. Just got to be careful with what we pick. And I'm sure I know a lot of people had a bad day yesterday. It was a lot of superstars that did not do well. I think I got two players, though. My focus on the picks today are going to be two players that are not all-star level players. They don't have time to, take a night off. They're guys that their team relies heavily on right now. So I'm really excited about today's.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's get going, guys. Remember, Sach and myself every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can catch us for these early odds player prop edition. We are off and rolling. We'll go to Sach for his first play of the day.
Yeah, I'll go in a game, Kings and Suns. I'm going to go with a guy that has been pretty much the most consistent player for them the last 5 games on the Kings. I'm going to go Malik Monk, and I'm going to go his over 16.5 points. I got it last night at minus 104. I think you can get it at minus 120 right now, minus 125. But, he's hitting 6 straight games. You can see he's been pretty damn consistent for this team. Keegan Murray and Kevin Huerter are not doing well at all. They're either 10 points, 15 points, 3 points. So, Malik Monk's the guy that has been having the neon green light for these guys right now. He scored 22-plus out of the last 5 as well. So he's playing roughly 28 to 30. He's playing starter minutes. He's getting a lot of those minutes that Kevin Huerter's not producing. Keegan Murray's not producing. The Kings are also bottom 10 in scoring defense, which I know Malik Monk's on the Kings, but the only way the Kings are going to be competitive in this game is if they have scoring. So Malik Monk's going to have to be out there for majority of the game, a guy that can create his own shot for these guys. And over the last 5 games, he's shooting 16 times a game, which is skyrocketed for this guy. So I know Mike Brown is telling this guy, shoot. We need scoring out of you big time over these last 5. So I'm going to go with him. And even over the last 5 games, he's shooting 55% from the field and 46% from 3. So the guy's in a nice rhythm, and guys like this is going to have to continue going into that, to that nice rhythm into the All-Star break for some confidence. So I really have trust in Malik Monk to hit his line at 16.5 tonight.
100% Sach. I love that one. Yeah, like you said, definitely kind of run a roll with these non-All-Stars here before the break, right? Because the All-Stars are just taking rest right now, which is
they
right.
Can take rest. They're good enough to do it. So.
Right, so that's why I got a guy who's kind of at that upper level, but not an All-Star yet. And for my first pick, I'm going with the OKC versus Orlando game. We're going Chet Holmgren over 14.5 points at minus 125. Chet's a guy even this year, he's kind of came off a little rookie and everything, but when he gets going, he's a great scorer for this young OKC. He's still trying to prove his ranks amongst this bunch as well as amongst the NBA. And you can see here, he has hit this 6 out of his last 10 games. And what I love here, I love seeing these trends, guys. His last 2 games, right, you see him at 13, 14. Usually when I see a player that hasn't gone over in the last couple of games, I love to take him for that next game. So again, 6 out of the last 10, he has gone over. I'm looking forward to Chet today. Let's hope he gets hot and going, but I do believe he will. So again, we're going Chet Holmgren over 14.5 points at minus 125. We'll lock that in.
Yeah, I think the last time you picked Chet, he also hit for us. So That's good. Let's continue to ride. I mean, he's a guy that you got to find a rhythm some way going into the All-Star break. He will be in All-Star weekend, obviously, for the Rising Stars game, I believe, but I like Chet for tonight as well. And then for my second play, I'm going to go with a guy that's also been red hot for this team. They rely heavily on his scoring with the two guys on the Lakers, Anthony Davis and LeBron, to take the load off of them. But I'm going to go D'Angelo Russell over 19.5 points at -106. So he scored 35 points against the Pistons earlier in the year. He's hitting 5 out of the last 5 home games. D'Lo loves playing at home in that crowd. You saw him last game. He's hitting threes left and right, and he's just getting the crowd pumped up. A guy that they really need to score the ball so LeBron and AD don't have to score 30 a night and whatnot. So averaging 28 over the last 5 at home. Pistons are a piss-poor defense. They're bottom 5 in almost, every scoring category against them. So I like, and the Lakers are a team that can't rest. I mean, they're fighting for wins right now. They're fighting for later in the season. They don't have time to just sit back and relax before the All-Star break. And I think LeBron knows that. I think D'Angelo knows that. He's a vet, in this league, made an All-Star appearance before. So, D'Lo's reputation has also been on the line for this Lakers team all season long. And ever since the trade rumors started earlier in the year, he's been going crazy right before the trade deadline. So I think he's going to continue that trend. Great matchup for him against the bad defensive Pistons team. And like I was telling you earlier, there's Game 6 Clay, Hoodie Melo, all these other guys, and you got to add trade rumor D'Lo is in that mix as well, the guy that has just been red hot over the last month. So I'm going to go with D'Lo over 19.5 points.
Absolutely. Cool. That one. For my last play of the day, I'm going Heat versus Bucks, and I'm all in on Bam Adebayo here, ladies and gents. I love his rebounds. I think they're a little low. I'm going Bam Adebayo over 10.5 rebounds at -125. As you can see with the chart here, he has been green across the board, hitting out of his last 10 games, hit 7 times. You see him in that 14, 15, 13 kind of range there, which I love. I see 10.5 to be really low here, especially going up against a Milwaukee Bucks team. This game should be. If everyone's playing full throttle, this should be a tight game here. I could see this being a really nice matchup. So I love Bam in this position, Sox fan. Over 10.5 rebounds, -125. I'm locking that one in for today.
Yeah, and I mean, I would expect Bam to, obviously, they're without Jimmy Butler. They're without a lot of people tonight. So they're going to
he's got to step up here
on these guys. Yeah. He's going to have to crash the offensive glass. He's going to have to control the boards on the defensive end. Going to get a lot of minutes. He have been also struggling, so they're fighting for some wins going into this All-Star break. I like Bam in this spot as well. A Milwaukee team that is not really that great against rebounds against opposing centers. So Bam, he has the capability of getting 12, 13, 14 rebounds in this spot for sure. So I like Bam to finish us off as well.
100%, ladies and gents. That'll do it for today's show, NBA Early Odds Player Prop Edition. Like we said, we want to be as transparent as possible with you guys. We absolutely killed the NFL playoffs along with the Super Bowl, and then we've been rolling hot with these NBA picks. But like we said, this week is kind of a weird week for the NBA, right? Just with this All-Star break coming. As Sach kind of said, a lot of these players take some time off, right? They're not as invested this week because they know they're getting that break and whatnot. So just bear with us through this week. We're going to do the best thing we see with the plays and whatnot. But as soon as this All-Star break ends and everything, we are back full throttle. Everyone playing hard, especially with all these playoff contentions going to be in and whatnot. But we're rolling, baby. We're rolling. I still love today's slate. I think we got some great plays for you guys. Let us know in the comments whose play you guys are rocking with today. Let us also know in the comments anything else you'd like to see in the show. We want to get you guys as much sports content as possible with picks that you guys can use each and every day. We're giving them out for free on all the socials. That's at Instagram and TikTok at The Bet Champ Show, as well as X at Bet Champ Show, guys. All updates you can find here, as well as all free plays. And let us know. Send us a comment. Hit us up with a follow. We'd love to get back to you guys. But that'll wrap up today's episode. let's get off and rolling, baby. Let's get off to a good foot.
Let's get it. All right. Peace.